Fourth and final Group 1 on the programme then is the Longines Hong Kong Cup, and it's the most valuable race of the day as well at $28 million over the 2,000 metres. Scaletti heads the field for Jérôme Renier and Pierre-Charles Boudot in the saddle. Danon Premium, Winbright 2 from 2 here, and last year's winner Fiore. Joe Moreira in the saddle has really clicked with this horse. Time Warp won this race back in 2017. Dancing with Dragon, Magical for Aidan O'Brien and Ryan Moore, and Nomcor rounds out the field. He'll be ridden now by Zach Purton. So, 8 of them go to the post as we have a look at the speed map for this one, Tom. And as far as the pace is concerned, Time Warp, he's the obvious one, isn't he? To just jump and run.
Absolutely, that's what he likes to do. He'll try and run the race to suit himself. Karis Teton with Time Warp, the 2017 winner of the race with Zach Purton. Got Danon Premium there. He's a horse that can sit handy. And he's been ridden by William Buick out of gate number 6. And Magical there on the inside of Furore. And then behind them you've got Dancers with Dragon, Normcore. Winbright will no doubt get back and look to be running on at the end in the contest next to Scaletti and Pierre-Charles Boudot with Scaletti. But Time Warp to set the pace up in front to try and suit himself. All
right, can he roll back the clock? What have you seen at track work, Paul?
Scaletti, this horse has caught my eye just about every morning. He's done some reasonable work. This was on Saturday morning, and he really stretched out well. He's going nice. He's really settled in well, and he's a high-class horse, this one. It's one that really has caught my eye is Scaletti. Danon Premium, you can see him doing it nicely as well, one of the Japanese raiders, and he goes really well down the straight here. Nice piece from him, and really stretches out. We've seen quite a bit from the Japanese faster work as well, and obviously this is a piece from him. And Winbright, now he's last year's winner, of course. He's won twice here in Hong Kong, and he goes nicely as well, and he seems in good fettle as he's come back to Sha Tin. Seems to love it here in Hong Kong.
He certainly does, yeah.
And there's one more we're going to show you as well, just we'll get an extra one in because there's 5 overseas horses. This is Normcore. And he was a she, I should say. She's a she, Normcore. She was allowed to stretch out as well down the straight. So a nice piece from the grey there, Normcore. And, of course, Zach Purton will now take them out.
All right. OK, well, let's start off with, I suppose, the leading local hope. That's Fiore. He's trained by Tony Cruz.
How confident I was. His last one, I was very impressed with him. I'm sure his form is holding up very good, or even better. I believe he has an excellent chance in this race. He has some health issues, that's why. And now he's free from any health issues. I'm sure he's a different horse now, as we can see. That's the only problem with him. He did have some health issues. That's why he did not perform.
Those are now gone, and he is performing extremely well. So let's have a look at him in action. This is the Jockey Club Cup, the last major lead-up, of course. That's Exultant just on his inside. There's plenty of merit in this win, Tom. Other ones to note, Dancing with Dragon, who's really acquitted himself well this season, stepping up in class. He runs 4th there.
Yeah, he's been racing well, is Dances with Dragon, and you can see them turn for home here, and Furore was pretty much right next to Exultant there. They were looking to get past Time Warp, but look, you look at the run of Furore, and he's really improved. I think this occasion he really surprised Joe Moreira what he was able to do last start. He's come on since going with Tony Cruz, and had them all sorts of trouble, Paul, inside the 300.
He's definitely the best of the locals, there's no question. Really good turn of foot in the last 2 starts. And he's going into this race cherry ripe.
And apologies as well, I should have highlighted Time Warp there as well, but he weakened out of it in the closing stages. Next up, we're going to the international form, and this is Scaletti running second in the Champion Stakes. Absolutely nothing wrong with his form at all, Paul, with Magical finishing in 3rd place, just in behind Scaletti. Nothing under the radar, but brings an excellent record.
He does. He's won 12 of his 16 starts, this horse. He wins on all sorts of going as well. And look, I've just really been impressed with him since he's been here. Magical, she's the headline act, though. There's no question. She's a 7-time Group 1 winner. But I think these two can quinella this race. They're both going really well at the moment.
Yeah, they certainly are. Scaletti, I don't think he's just a wet tracker when you look at his form. He's 1 for 1 on a good track, and he acquitted himself well in his first Group 1 performance there. He had a good run on the rail and tried hard, and Magical, she also tried particularly hard over the final stages. I'm quite interested to see what price Scaletti comes up at.
Yeah, she's Magical, been to America since and run 2nd in the Breeders' Cup turf. Next up for us is Danon Premium, and again, it's the just about as good as a form can get here, running 4th to Almond Eye. Winbright, not his day on this occasion, Tom.
No, it wasn't Winbright's day, but this horse here, Danon Premium for William Buick, who rides. He was a 2-year-old Group 1 winner, champion 2-year-old colt, led by a decent margin in this race. Just got tired over the last 100 metres, but look at his form lines. Through at Almond Eye, Gran Allegria, Indy Champ, Dave, because he went down to Randwick and was in the Queen Elizabeth there, and I think they've got this horse peaking at the right time. Hard to get a line on what Winbright did here, Paul, but they seem to be able to peak him at the right time, and this will be his swan song.
Yeah, Winbright, he's a different horse at Sha Tin, I think. We've seen that. With that in Premium, he was a really good 2-year-old, as you mentioned. Then he went on, he only had a so-so 3-year-old year, but then he's come back and had a good 4-year-old. So he's had that little gap year, and I think he's going to be a real good player here in this race.
All right, we're going back 2 starts here, Paul, for Nomcore. She was well beaten last time out, but this is some of her better form.
Yeah, and look, I didn't think the race was run to suit last time. She went out to a big lead and faded. But here, look, it was a nice run from her. She got into the middle of the track and hit the line really strongly. She's another big chance here. She's been here before. She ran 4th, of course, and look, a nice run, and this is what she can do. So she's another one of the chances. Any one of the horses, international horses in particular, could win this race.
Yeah, look, particularly good on that occasion, winning the Group 2 contest there, the Sapporo Canin, and last time out that was an effort down the track behind Lucky Lilac. But, of course, does have some history here, and wouldn't surprise for Zach Purton if she can run a big race.
Before that win as well, she'd run place behind, again, Gran Allegria and Almond Eye, so those form really stands up. Our favourite here, though, Paul, is Magical.
Yeah, and I think this is her race, Magical. She's coming here. She's been going pretty well. She's a 7-time Group 1 winner. Let's see if she can make it 8. She's the class act, I think. So she's on top. Scaletti, very interested to see what he can do. He's a very tough horse. Of the Japanese, I did put him Winbright because he does go well here in Hong Kong and does really enjoy it here. And then Fiore of the locals, to put a local there, one and for 4th, 7, 1, 3 and 4.
Gone with one of the Japanese runners, number 2, Danon Premium, coming out of the stable there from Japan. Mitsumasa Nakuchida, the trainer, and William Buick is taking the ride, drawn nicely. Should get a good run through. Furore, I think, will be tough to beat with Magical and Scaletti. They're the obvious 4 for me, 2, 4, 7, 1.
All right, 7 and 4, Mike Quinella there in the Cup. That is Magical to beat Fiore. Fantastic race, though, in store. That's race number 8, with still 2 more races to go, packed full of quality as well, the 9th and the 10th at Sha Tin.